The Lakers are a type of team that if they get blown out early, they're just gonna quit. And they're just not gonna like point shade. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just gonna quit.
It has been a month since we released our last power rankings, but we have it now and we're ready to cue it up. Does anybody have a guess who's the last team in the NBA? Now we're gonna work from 30
The
all the way
Wizards.
up to 1.
The Wizards.
Yeah. Wizards.
The Wizards?
Gotta be.
Well, you guys are right. It is the Washington Wizards. They are coming in last on these
Garbage.
power rankings. Shout out to the Wizards, though.
I did not think that they would be the worst team in the league, yo. I had some promise for them. I thought that they could be possibly battling for a play-in spot. They battling for the number 1 pick in the draft.
Their assets were pretty much always overrated.
Yeah.
So
Why nobody talk about them as being one of the worst franchises in NBA history too? Like I know Charlotte gets a lot of credit, New Orleans gets a lot of credit. It's another franchise that gets a lot of credit. The Clippers, the Wizards, they need to be in a rush. I mean, a race for that shit. They clearly one of the worst franchises in NBA history. Clearly.
yeah. They only have one conference title appearance in like what, 50 years, 40 years?
Bro, they traded away John Wall, Bradley Beal, and then don't have none of them on the team.
Well, they traded those guys. Yeah.
They ain't got none of them on the team.
Yeah. That was that.
And
was
they've been
bad.
sucking.
I mean, they got Alex Sarr, who was almost a 20 and 10 guy. They don't run any offense for him. They got CJ McCullough and Middleton, who I think could help somebody. To be honest with you, I think Middleton could. If
He could help the Rockets for sure.
I for real think he could help somebody. One of these playoff teams, not the Lakers, because they need athleticism, so he can't help them. But I do think that he could help somebody. There's a team out there that he can help.
Denver, he can help Denver too. Shit.
All right, well, the next team that we got is
Indiana.
the Indiana Pacers at 29.
You guessed it.
Indiana at 29.
On a 6-game losing streak.
Such a shocker.
After the Pacers at 28, we have another team that's not really too shocking. The Sacramento Kings.
Damn, Ox, he wouldn't be here for that too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
At 27, the
Pelicans.
New Orleans Pelicans.
I had them with Indiana. This was before they went on that 5-game win streak when we did this.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't come up though.
we were supposed to do this like a week and a half ago. This was before New Orleans went on a roll and they were playing the way that they playing. So yeah, different.
Next, we have the Brooklyn Nets at 26.
Where do I have Brooklyn at?
That's fair.
Where do I have
At 25, the Los Angeles Clippers.
Too low. Too low. Yeah.
Hold on, too high or too low?
As far as like, I mean, you got to put them above like the Jazz. You know what I mean?
Shit, no.
Do you?
Yeah.
You think they're better than the Jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz have a better record right now.
No, they're
They
not.
have a better
That's how they're
record.
playing right now. They
They're
just
not.
beat some good teams recently.
No, I actually had them. I had Brooklyn.
Demolished the Rockets and the Lakers, so I think they should be above like teams like the Jazz.
I had Brooklyn and let's see. Yeah, I had Brooklyn and I had Brooklyn and Milwaukee ahead of the Clippers. Yeah. Clippers stink. They're terrible.
Even in the midst of the Clippers being on a 2-game winning streak and the Jazz being on a 4-game losing streak, the Jazz still have a better record than the Clippers.
Yes.
That just goes to show how
rankings. This
terrible the
isn't
Clippers have
standings.
been.
It's
awful,
power
Ron.
rankings. This isn't the
Garbage.
It's not the standings. I'm just saying that just shows how bad the Clippers have been.
Yeah.
Terrible. Straight garbage. Terrible. Well, don't forget, Casual, when we did this, they were a game and a half out of out of last place. This was a week ago when this list was put together, and they were terrible.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I thought this was like something you guys submitted like last night.
No, this no. This was like a week and a half ago.
It was earlier this week.
Oh.
That's when all the lists got put together.
Never mind.
All right, the Utah. Well, there they go. Utah Jazz 24.
The Utah Jazz at 24. The Utah Jazz I had them higher than that. They actually are better than what I thought they was going to be this year. They are on a 4-game losing streak right now. This Keontae George thing, Ron, it's starting to come together. Even though they're on a losing streak, he has looked better. He 100% has looked better. Isaiah Collier has looked better. He's got them guys that look like they playing harder. They don't play any defense. Let's be clear about that right now. They still don't play any defense, but He's actually got them to play harder. So they're not as bad as I thought they were going to be this year.
The Jazz are weirdly like top 10 in points per game. Keontae George, I think, is averaging like 25.
Yes, that's going on. That is 100%.
And they only got 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Next up at 23, we have the Charlotte Hornets.
I don't think Charlotte is better than Utah. I don't. Mm-mm. I think them dudes are. I think them dudes are a train wreck over there in Charlotte. And I don't think they're better than Brooklyn either. Mm-hmm.
At 22, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Just like I said, they would be chill.
I actually had them. To be honest with you, I had them way lower than this. I had them at like 25. Yeah.
Hey, Rod, who's your team this year? Because the Pacers and Bucks are gone. So who's your team this year?
Jimmy, who's my team? The Denver Nuggets.
Question, Ron.
Oh boy.
And Leicester?
Yeah.
You riding with Leicester this season, Ron?
Yeah. Hey, all it took was a Christmas game to convince me. A Christmas miracle.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just some cookies and some eggnog, and you in.
That's all. Cookies and eggnog, boy.
Damn.
You should see what he'll do for some cornbread.
You would know.
Some what? Cornbread.
Yeah, the best Thanksgiving food there is. Yeah, cornbread. That and mac and cheese. Give me some cornbread.
I got some leftovers from yesterday. I can't wait for that.
Hey, shout out to my aunt, by the way, my aunt April. She had some greens and some rice yesterday. Yo. Mm-hmm.
At 21, we have the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. That miracle on ice streak is over, chill. They started off nice, and
Yeah, and they go right back to being garbage like they are.
Well, I think what happened.
Hey, Josh Giddey, $275 million, right? Chill.
Yes, you got your franchise point guard, 100%.
Tripping.
Yes, sir. You got your franchise point guard. But here's the problem. Here is the problem. I think that what you dudes do is you dudes categorize these guys like they're great team. Because you got a franchise player, that means that you got to be they're building this roster. That's what they're doing. And it starts with Josh Giddey and his kid Basellis. But they jumped out the box. And I'm also guilty of it because I got tricked. Like maybe these dudes is better than what I think they are. No, they're not. No, they are not. Mm-mm. This is a bad team that's building, but with Josh Giddey and Basellis, and Kobe White is a part of that. But no, this team is not this team is not good. Oh, absolutely not. But I 100% have my league guard for the future in Josh Giddey. 100% have that. And he's not. And I don't know if you dudes know the Supermax rules. To you dudes in the chat, I don't know if you know the Supermax rules. Unless the collective bargaining agreement has changed, in order to be eligible for a Supermax, you got to be in the league. I think you got to be with your crew for 8 seasons, unless it's changed. Now you're eligible for the team max, but the Supermax is different. Those two things are not the same.
No, you can get a Supermax with another organization. You just have to be there for a certain amount of time, and you have to make all NBA within 2 seasons of being eligible to sign for your Supermax.
Unless because I remember the rules. The rules were back. I remember the rules.
Well, AD is eligible for a Supermax extension. The 275 is a Supermax extension this summer. But he's not going to get it though. Not from the Mavs.
No, he is not. No, he is not getting it. That's not.
He will get it from somewhere though.
All right, y'all. At 20, we got the Portland Trailblazers. Just where I told y'all they'd be.
That's crazy.
Trailblazers at.
They start off so well.
You had them at Ron. What you got them at 20? No, I ain't had them at 20. They, I think the injury to Drew.
I had them around 22, 23.
The injury to Drew Holiday kind of threw a monkey wrench in what they was trying to do, and the injury to Scoot also. Because I don't think they're getting Scoot back for the season, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I don't think they're getting them back.
What a disaster he's been.
Yeah, I don't think that they're getting them back for the season. So, I mean, like with that being said, Kamara, I think he's regressed defensively. He hasn't nearly been as smart as he's been in the past. I mean, we'll see. We will see.
All right, next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks.
Where do I have
Dallas? And speaking of the Dallas Mavericks, I just got an update on my phone. A tweet from Shams said the Mavericks star Anthony Davis has sustained a minor groin strain and is likely to miss a few games. So it's not a significant injury.
Yo, you got to get him out of there, chill. He got to go. He has to.
He may have to. Yeah, he may have to.
Yeah, but you say that, but like, what team is just going to see that and be like, yeah, I want that? This is back-to-back Christmases now. He's gotten hurt mid-game, and he had to leave.
Plenty. They only have one draft pick they're in control for the next 5 years.
Yeah, it's this year.
Sheesh.
But still, like, if you're another GM, I know Anthony Davis, you might feel like you're an AD away, like let's say you're Detroit or something like that. I'm watching this guy like every other game, just like limp to the locker room. I don't know.
Every time he falls, I think it's something catastrophic. Every time. I'm worried that I'm worried if he's going to get up. I am.
Like, who's going to pull the trigger on that? I mean, if I'm going to like give you peanuts for him, yeah, sure, I'll take Anthony Davis, but I don't know, a lot of draft picks, maybe a young star. I don't know.
All right, y'all. I'm running a poll right now. I'm asking you guys, should the Mavericks trade Anthony Davis? You guys talk to me. Let me know how you feel about that. But we are moving on to the next team at number 18. We got the Golden State Warriors.
Ooh, whoa. This is this is low.
This is low.
I had him right here too, Ron. Yep, I sure did.
Where
we
should
still
they
have to get like we still have to go through like the Miami Heat.
Watch
Like the Memphis Grizzlies.
They're some like better than the Heat.
Grizzlies are playing better than them right now.
Still, man, the Steph Curry factor. I can't put like. There's some teams in here like no, I just can't.
They have like the 17th ranked offense in the league right now, even with Steph brother. So they're kind of struggling.
And you saw them yesterday, casual.
Yeah, I did.
Offensively, you saw them yesterday. And we're coming up on that time, by the way, of the Curry slump, like around late December, January, where he goes this way. We're coming up on that time, so remember that. Yeah, that's.
Sure, I don't know if they can afford that this year.
No, they can't, and that's the bad part, Ron. You already signed up for the car. You already bought the car. That car payment is coming. Just so you know, Ron. Yes, it is.
Still a pretty good defensive team, though. Like I just wouldn't like
Just so
listen.
you know, they was in. I think they was top 5 last year, and they was begging for another scorer for Steph Curry.
Yeah, I know.
End up
Jimmy
getting
Butler's
Jimmy
not
Butler.
giving him a lot
How's
of
that
scoring
been
outside
going?
of free throws either. I don't even know where Jonathan Kuminga is. Is he even on the sideline? But listen, again, like when I do power rankings, it's like if these dudes matched up neutral site, who am I betting money on? I'm not betting, Memphis or Miami to beat Golden State in the series.
You only doing that because of Curry. You ain't doing that for no other reason except for Curry.
I just
they got
like
Curry
there too. I just think they're more likely to win a game, and because of Curry. I mean, Curry adds a lot more value in that game than like
100%
Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just me.
Their biggest problem is their biggest problem is 2 things. 1, they're old, and 2, their interior defense and their interior offense. Why you think Draymond and Steve Kerr got into it a couple of days ago? Because I'm tired of having to guard the 5. I'm tired of having to guard these big guys. I'm sick of that.
Draymond is just not a coachable dude. That's why.
Oh, he's a maniac. I'm not going to argue that point. But there is some validity. There is some validity to what he's talking about. We don't have a 5-man in here. And I've been doing this for years. And then the best rebounder that we had, he's in New Orleans now. And we haven't supplemented that. No, so now I got to do that. And I got to deal with Victor Wembanyama. I got to deal with Hartenstein, right? I got to deal with Cat.
Yeah,
I got to deal with Steven Adams, right? I got to deal with these dudes. I'm sick of this.
Yeah. And Quentin Post is more like a shooter.
He's stretch big.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's a stretch big. He ain't going to stick his nose in there and get dirty. No, he's not. And I don't know, casual, if you loving the $60 million man in Jimmy Butler, the 17, 18 a game. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean,
I
was the first one. I was the first one on record. Maybe I think Stephen A. also said it too. First one on record saying I think this trade might blow up in their face. Maybe not the year they traded for him, and that might have been the window it could have worked. Yep. But just in the following years, they're paying this guy like almost $60 million, and they extended him. You're paying this guy $60 million to get the majority of his points off free throws.
Oh my goodness! I'm straight.
They need a little more juice. I mean, if Kuminga worked out, it would have been better, but I don't even know what Kuminga does.
All right, fellas, the next team that I got for you at number 17 is the Memphis Grizzlies.
Memphis. I had Atlanta at 17. Yep.
At 16, we have the Atlanta Hawks. There they go, Chill.
I had them at 17. Yep.
Ron,
just so you know, to Swiper's point, they have not been good with Trey back in the lineup, yo. They have not. It's definitely been less than with Trey back in the lineup.
Well, they're on a 4-game losing streak. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games.
They didn't extend him in the offseason, so this might be it for Trey Young.
I was about to say, casual. It may be time that they got the for sale sign up on him, and I wouldn't be surprised come the trade deadline that they moved on from him. Because
I would absolutely shop him.
You can't let him walk out the door for nothing. That
Can't,
cannot.
because I still think
exactly.
Trae Young's one of the better guards in the league.
I do
So
too.
like I'm not giving up for nothing. And if I have to extend him, I'm going to be fine with it because I still think he creates a lot of value, not only with his ability to stretch the floor, albeit it can be very inefficient, but the assists he gives you too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next at number 15 in our power rankings, December power rankings. There they go. You got the Miami Heat, who also, just like the Atlanta Hawks, are 2-8 in their last 10 games.
Crazy.
I think I had Miami at 16. I think I had them right around.
Back in the play-in they go. Back in the play-in they go.
Yeah, I had Miami at 16, so they right there. Mm-hmm.
At number 14, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yikes.
Whoa. Yo, they're below Philly. They're below. Ooh, okay.
As they should be.
Okay. All right.
But you had them at around 14? Yeah, I think I had them at around 14,
low
15.
for me, but...
Yeah, I had them at 15.
Okay.
I had them at 16.
Mm-hmm. I had them at 15. And that was, I feel like that was being, to be honest with you, Swipe, I feel like that was being generous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they're better than, I think they're better than the Phillies. I think they're probably better than like the Orlando, the Phoenixes. They're on like the same level as they're playing right now, but I'd put them above.
Yeah.
All right, at 13, we got the Phoenix Suns.
Yep. The Phoenix Suns have been surprisingly good this year. Surprisingly good. That's exactly where I had them at. I had them at I had Phoenix at 13. Yep. They have been surprisingly good. This kid, Gillespie, has been one of the better surprises of the league guards. Mark Williams has been really good for them. And Dylan Brooks I've always had the conversation about Dylan Brooks, and the conversation was how many teams, like y'all talked about with Castle, how many teams could Dylan Brooks start on? And we ran down the teams, and it was almost all of them. Almost all of them.
I mean, dude, I'd give up. Don't connect, Rui. What do you want? Get him on the Lakers.
Almost all of them.
Let's go. He's truly one of the better role players in this league. He just does so many good dirty work stuff. He can be weird though, some of the LeBron antics. But if he can give you like 15 points with the the defense, the toughness, really good player.
Yep, and shout out to the Phoenix Suns. Shout out to them because they're doing good, but they are 4-6 in their last 10, so they haven't been all that good. But they're 16-13 on the season. Definitely exceeded a lot of people's expectations. But next on the list at 12, we got the Toronto Raptors.
I think I had them a little bit higher than 12. I think I had them right around this area, but I had them right around 12. They are missing RJ Barrett, like heavy. They missing him. Like if they could get when they get RJ Barrett back, I think the offense is going to get better. I think Shed is one of the better backup league guards in the game. My problem with Scotty Barnes is that Penn hypes him into something, and he makes me look at him a different way. That's the problem, Ron. Like he is really a baller. The problem is that he's trying to sell me that he's something that he really ain't. That's the issue.
All right, well, shout out Toronto. They are 4-6 in their last 10 as well. But on the season, they're 18-13. Shout out to them. I didn't expect them to be this good. They are better than expected. We'll see exactly what the next few months looks like.
Are they rounding out? Are they rounding out into what you kind of thought that they would? Because I had them right around, hovering around the play-in tournament, like right above it, like between 6 and 8. That's where I had them at. Are they rounding out into that space, Ron, or do you think that they're better than that?
Chill. For me, I made a bet with Penn before the season that the Raptors wouldn't make the playoffs.
So you didn't even have them making the playoffs. Okay. Yeah, I had them around between 6 and 8. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, at 11, we have the Orlando Magic.
Ooh, Lakers in the top 10.
I had them at 12. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I had
Orlando Magic. We're not having they. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I had them at 12. Mm-hmm. I'm still worried about that. I'm still worried about that league guard spot. They play better defense than they did early on in the season, but this Powell thing is not working out. It isn't, Ron. I mean, it might look good on paper, but no, it's not. And I'm starting to come around on Ox Oxide, that maybe, just maybe, France might be a little bit more effective. I think Paulo might be a better talent, but I think France might be more effective at what he does.
All right, well, as of right now, they are 11 in the power ranking. Let's jump into the top 10, y'all. Let's see who got that 10 spot. And it's looking like it is the Philadelphia 76ers. Are they really a top 10 team? The Sixers?
I actually had Toronto at 10. Yep.
Is anybody mad at the Sixers being top 10?
Nope.
I think I had Toronto top 10, but let me see. I could be wrong.
Yep. I don't have a problem with Philly being a top 10 team. No, Ron, I don't.
So
I had
as
Cleveland
of right now,
top 10. I had them right outside the top 10. Cleveland top 10, but then I had Toronto right up under Cleveland, but I'm switching that shit.
So as of right now, Philly is the 5th seed in the East, and they are 16-12.
Yeah,
Let's
me
not get to our
personally,
top 10.
I still like Cleveland a little better than Philly. Me personally,
I don't.
I do not. Not right now. I don't. No. Especially after what I saw yesterday. How about Evan Mobley, that's your job as a rebounder and a rim protector. Cat just runs right by you and gets the rebound. He just ran right by for the game, by the way. By the way, Drench, for the game, he ran right by you. It wasn't like, you didn't know where he was. You were covering on the baseline. He's behind you at the long ball line. You're conscious that he's over there. When the shot goes up, you don't even put a body on him. He just runs right by you, layup. And that was the stop that y'all needed, by the way. That was 100% the stop that y'all needed.
I mean, yeah. You also got to think about Donovan Mitchell trying to do that goddamn windmill, too, though. That kind of shook the game up a little bit.
What windmill? I know
I'm talking about Metallica blocked that shit.
Why not just go get the bucket?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go
well,
get the bucket.
I think that's a one-leg jumper thing, and I think a lot of people don't recognize, like, guys who are one-legged jumpers, how much better they are than 2-foot guys. Because you let guys back in plays when you're a 2-foot guy. Like, one-legged jumpers, like, you cover more ground. And if he was that's how Tyler Kohler got back into play. And it was a clean rip too, by the way.
Chill, but to be a professional athlete, he doesn't have to jump off of 2 feet every time. Go lay the ball up. Go dunk it. You can dunk. You can dunk off of 1 foot. You can. He can jump super high off of 1 foot too. Go dunk the basketball. What he's trying to do is trying to put on the show.
Yeah, he dunked the shit out of that. He dunked the shit out them right after that though. Down low.
I'm gonna bring it back to the power rankings, y'all. At number 9, we have the Boston Celtics.
I have Philly at 9. Boston has completely surprised me, Ron. Yes,
this is supposed to be a down year, and wow.
Yes, they have. This is supposed to be a gap year. Like, we're going to get our guys back. And Jaylen Brown said, not so fast, guys. Coach Mazzulla said, not so fast.
I'm looking at the standings right now. They got a really good record against teams above 500, considering that they don't have Jason Tatum, and considering that they've had to put Derek White in the schedule
for the rest of the year. Does anybody know that?
I don't know. The only person that would know it is Swiper.
It don't matter. They got Jaylen Brown. They'll be all right.
Shout out Jaylen Brown.
All right, well, the Celtics are number 9. At number 8, coming in hot, we have the Minnesota.
Timberwolves. I did that. I gave you the list before the Thunder game, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been because
we all gave the list before Monday, so just
they're definitely better than the couple teams ahead of them. Jordan,
because I had Minnesota at 11. Yeah, and this was like
I think if you were to do this today, they'd be like top 5.
Yeah, right now I had them. I think I had them at I had them at 8. So I definitely would have them higher.
I mean, if y'all want to, we could vote to switch some things around. Like, we could get the list.
Yeah,
right.
Drop those bum Lakers. Those Lakers need to drop.
Minnesota is definitely better than the Lakers.
Finish the list though first, Ron. Finish the list so we can drop them.
Yeah.
At number 7, we have the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I think I had them at 7 or 8.
At number 6, we got the Houston Rockets.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, I had Houston at 5.
That's not bad.
That's definitely not bad. Houston is.
Well, I guess they have been
right
losing
here.
lately.
That might be too high.
You think that should be higher?
No, I think they probably would. Remember, they just lost to New Orleans and they lost to the Kings.
Right.
You can't forget that.
Houston's the 6th seed right now in the West as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. At number 5, the Denver Nuggets.
That's about right too. Shit.
Swiper, why are you right? So, here's why it's right, Swiper. So remember when we did this list? Your boys.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, and the reason why at that time, because I had them at 8, Don't forget, your boys
Weren't they
dropped
20-6 when we made this list?
Yeah, and of those 6 losses, 5 of those 6 losses was in your building.
What does that mean?
That means that you being a great team, you got to win home games.
They were like 9-2 above 500 teams at this point.
Even if you are, you still got to win your home games.
No, this is chill. They were on an 11-game road winning streak, incling versus elite teams.
And you can't win at home.
What does that mean? What does that matter?
Exactly what I just said. You're losing.
I'm not gonna lie. 5 is crazy. No matter.
It's really not crazy though.
No, it is.
You got the 3 teams. The only team you could really debate. I mean, you could debate any team, obviously, but the only team that I think is like you could make a fuss about is the team
below 3 available.
You're losing at home to the Bulls. You're losing at home to Sacramento.
That was a month and a half ago, Chill.
Dallas. You're losing at home to Houston. You're losing at home to Dallas.
Houston.
You're losing at home to Dallas.
So home.
You could debate the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks.
But the Knicks are the number 2 team in the East. So it's like
you got the Knicks, Spurs, OKC, Detroit. Who else other team? That's gonna be ahead of them.
It's just OKC, Spurs, Detroit that's left.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, I hear you, Swiper. I hear you, but I don't think this is disrespectful or egregious, though.
So we got the Knicks at 4. We got the San Antonio Spurs at 3. We got the Pistons at 2. And we still have the Thunder at 1.
Yeah, no, this looks garbage.
Fellas, talk to me. Does anybody want to do something about?
Yeah, flip-flop the Spurs and the Thunder right now.
Do we want to do that?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
comfortable with that.
I think you can put San Antonio.
We need a majority rules. We got 3 votes. Swiper, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. What are we flipping?
We putting
the Spurs and the Thunder.
Are the Spurs better than Detroit?
Yes, Spurs.
Detroit's not even a top 5 team.
I'm good right there. I'm good right with Spurs.
So this team just beat them 3 times in a month. You don't want to flip flop San Antonio with Oklahoma City?
I can't do that.
I'm not. Hey, Ox, I'm not gonna flip flop them, but we can move them up to 1. If y'all agree with that,
I'll put Spurs 1, Thunder 2.
I'm not putting Detroit above the Thunder. That's what I'm saying. Move the Thunder up to 1.
Okay, well I'll say put Spurs 1. I'll say put Spurs 1, Thunder 2.
Yep. I mean, they still got a better record, even though they did beat them 3 times.
It's power rankings, though. It's not.
It's a power rankings thing.
Is Dallas better? No, I don't, because is Dallas better than Denver? They beat them twice already. Dallas ain't better than Denver.
So you don't want to move the Spurs,
the record though.
I'm down to move them, but I'm not down to move them. What? I mean, we can move them to 2. Let's move them to 2. I'm down with that.
This is like Miami, Notre
Dame. Even in the record, Chill. OKC's lost 5 games and the Thunder have lost 7. They've lost 2 more games than them. It's not like the record's that different. They beat them 3 times in the past month.
Yeah.
And Denver.
Chill. You do this thing where something happens over here and something happens over there with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
This is not the same situation.
Denver
and Dallas. That's a completely different situation than OKC and San Antonio.
Denver and Dallas they're too far away to
different
factor
situations.
In head-to-head. They're too far away to factor in head-to-head.
Exactly. The head-to-head, the record is already so close, and the fact that we beat y'all 3 times.
Yeah,
nah, bro, there's no way.
I mean,
no way.
About it. Like San Antonio is only 2.5 games out of OKC. They've played 6 less games against teams below 500. So maybe if San Antonio would have had a couple more games against teams below 500. They might have a better record than OKC today.
Strength of schedule matters. Strength of schedule matters a lot in power ranking.
Yeah, I think you got to go today. Although
who's all in favor?
I still think OKC is the best team in the West, but right now you got to have San Antonio number 1 and OKC 2.
I agree that San Antonio should be number 1. So who's all in favor?
San Antonio number 1.
I don't got San Antonio number 1. I got the Thunder number 1. They're still the best team.
All right, well, it's 4 votes because I agree San Antonio should be number 1 in this power ranking after beating them 3 times.
Now talk about Denver, Swiper. We can get
the Nuggets are 12-10-5 at home. I don't understand the conversation with them. Like that. The Thunder are 12-3 on the road. They're 14-1 at home with a much easier schedule than Denver. Like literally much easier schedule. The Nuggets are 9-2 versus above 500 teams this year. They had another one yesterday versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. That added to. I think they're 11-2 now. Like they've beaten all these teams they've come across so far. I don't know. That's weird to me personally, especially like there's nothing that says there.
Where do you want them to go?
I think the top three should be, if we're doing this, OKC, Denver Spurs, OKC Spurs, Denver, Denver, whichever one. Those are the three top teams in the league.
Where do you want them to go, Swiper?
Just put them at three. Just put them at three for the second list.
So Detroit.
All right, so put them above Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit is not. They're not better than Denver in any way.
Who is all in favor of that?
I'm not.
What?
I got Denver
moving the Nuggets ahead of Detroit.
I do too.
Yo, being the number one seed in your conference matters, man.
It absolutely matters.
It
matters.
They're not
in
the same conference, though.
They're not in the same. They're not in the same conference.
But they also have a better record too, though.
No, Denver has a tougher strength of schedule right now. The Detroit Pistons have the easiest strength of schedule in the NBA. In front of the Thunder.
I just thought Oklahoma City had the easiest strength of schedule.
It changes. You can look it up. It
changes. It changes based on the team, based on who we talk about.
I literally just had this conversation with y'all like Monday, nonsense like that.
And that's a week ago. So right now, the two easiest strength of schedule, Detroit has the easiest strength of schedule. The OKC has the 29th easiest strength of schedule.
So we've been psyoped by both of the best teams in both conferences.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
I told you this, but I said this.
Randy trying to tell me that Denver spanks Detroit.
Hey, well, look.
Just like you said that Oklahoma City spanked Indiana, and we had a dogfight. Stop this.
Regular season game, chill.
Give me a break, man.
Hey, I can only go based on what
Denver,
I see.
Denver currently has the best offense of all time right now. Like I don't know.
And Oklahoma City,
where's the best defense of all time? Yeah,
okay,
basically. And they're winning.
The Pistons been kicking ass. That's all I know. They are running.
The Pistons are. I'm looking at the Pistons right now. Like they're not performing better than Denver. They have an easier schedule than Denver.
What?
They're just not better than Denver either.
They are 24-6.
Oh my!
You could try to. They are 12-2 at home. You can try to do whatever. It's not the standings, but they're winning. I'm watching them reel off win after win after win. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now.
Conference. They have
Can we just vote on it real quick?
Yes, let's do that.
All right, Swiper, you want them to go up to 3 above Detroit?
I do too.
I think Denver's better than the Spurs.
I do too.
I do too.
Swiper. I'm willing to put my vote in here, but I'm wondering, can we maybe tone it down to 4th instead of 3rd?
No, the Knicks are better than
Swiper, you got my vote. You got my vote anyway, Swiper. I'm with that.
Swiper, do you think Denver's the best team in the league?
No, not in regular season.
In the regular season,
starters.
Regular season.
No, it's still the Thunder. The Thunder, they're going to mollywop. They're going to run through the league with what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be the Thunder.
All right. Well, Denver is now number 3. The Pistons are now number 4, and the Knicks are now number 5.
I wouldn't be mad at flip-flopping the Knicks and the Pistons, but I'm not going to make a fuss about it. We can keep going.
I think the Knicks are better than the Pistons too.
Y'all playing with Detroit.
I don't think
that's not
like
Detroit. That's not playing
right now.
Playing with Detroit. That's not playing with Detroit. Detroit is still a great basketball team. I just think the Knicks are better. But
the Pistons have the number 2 defense in the NBA currently.
Yeah,
and the Pistons have number 8 offense in the league. That's like elite. But the thing that makes the Knicks though, they have the 3rd best offense in the league, and it's like a good bit, like a lot of it better than Detroit. And they have the Jalen Brunson's right. It's currently playing better than Cade Cunningham too, like in terms of what they're supposed to do.
Because he's better than Cade.
It's a collection of things.
Is he?
No, he's not.
Is he?
He's better than Cade.
Yeah, he's playing better than Cade right now.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yes,
he is not better than Cade.
He's not better than Cade.
No,
I'm not debating who's better. I'm saying who's playing better this year. I don't think
Jalen Brunson better this year. Yeah, Jalen
Brunson.
Brunson.
Whoever's playing better is better. Let's stick with that. Okay.
But all right, y'all. This is what we're looking at right now. We got San Antonio, OKC, the Denver Nuggets, Detroit, New York Knicks, Houston at 6. Are we cool with that?
That's fine. All
right, so y'all was talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves being higher.
Minnesota's better than Houston, bro.
They definitely
they better than go to 6. They can go to 6, or they can go higher. I think they're better than Detroit also too, but that's just me. You can move them up to 6 at least.
They definitely
had a lot
better
easier schedule than Houston.
Yes.
I'd put Minnesota right below Houston at 7.
Below Houston?
Yeah, they're better than the
7?
Lakers, Ron. Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're better than the Lakers.
All right,
I'm
so
cool with
who's all in favor of them going to 6 above the Rockets?
No, I ain't going above the Rockets. No, we ain't doing that.
Wait. Who we talking about? Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah,
we ain't
Minnesota
doing
going above the Rockets. I'm with that too.
Ain't no way you with that. What you mean you
I
with
can't put
that?
them over
They
the Rockets yet. Yeah, that's tough.
All right, who's all in favor of them going above the Lakers?
I mean,
For sure, everybody.
All right,
Drop the Lakers. Yeah, drop the
That
Lakers.
ain't even. We don't need to have a vote on that.
Hey, Lakers are still top 10. Lakers, put them at 10.
No, they're not. No, they're actually not. They're actually not.
Yes,
Here we
they
The
are.
Lakers. Do you know? Because you understand this a little bit. The Lakers are currently playing like the 16th best team in the league. They're like overperforming their schedule by a lot. They're right around where the Hawks and the Suns are.
Okay.
Like they're not. They're mid.
Overperforming is still a result. I'm still winning.
No, it's not, because what's happening is when they play good teams.
Just because I'm above my head. Just
No,
because
chill.
I'm
This
above-
is the same thing I've told you before. They beat bad teams in
Okay.
struggles. They struggle. Utah Jazz.
They struggle
still
to beat
win.
bad teams.
They still beat them,
Exactly, Jordan. The 45
still
point thing
beat
you're talking
them.
about with Luka. No, and then they get
I've been
whopped.
saying that with Luka.
And then they get whopped by good teams. Whopped.
That's just how
Walked.
they play.
No, it's not just how it's how the team is. The team isn't good.
The Lakers are a type of team that if they get blown out early, they're just gonna quit, and they're just not gonna like point shade. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just gonna quit. Like the Lakers, like I watch so many Lakers games, like they're not gonna have no,
Conserving
like,
energy, Swiper.
if the Lakers are dead, they're
For the
gonna
next game?
completely collapse. So if the Lakers are down 20 at halftime, it's over. It's like some of these teams, like some of the teams that the Lakers don't blow out, the Lakers won by like 25 early in the fourth quarter, and then the bench comes in and makes it look like it was a 10-point game.
To Swiper's point, he does have a point. I mean, they got smoked by Golden State on opening night. They got
LeBron. I mean,
They got blown out by
LeBron
Portland.
ain't helping you this year, by the way.
Atlanta smoked them. Oklahoma City smoked them. Phoenix smoked them.
Also beat Phoenix.
The Celtics smoked them.
Also
the
beat
Spurs.
Money was good.
The Spurs smoked them. The Clippers
Also
I know
beat
that they-
San Antonio.
I know they had 45 starters out against the Clippers, but then Phoenix destroyed them, and then
Also beat Phoenix.
and then the Lakers dump trucked them. I mean, and Phoenix, and then not Houston. I'm talking about dump trucked them. So
Still
They're
seven and seven against teams
to your
above
point, to
500.
Swiper's point, they're not
So
losing
what?
games. They're getting
They're getting
blown out.
in these
Yeah,
games.
they're getting smoked.
Yeah, they're getting their ass
How the
toe up.
Lakers
Yeah,
are.
they're getting smoked. In
No,
these
Jill,
games.
All right,
they're
they're
right. They're getting their ass toe
25th
up.
in defense.
There you go.
25th.
Really bad.
Yes.
All right, so are you guys good with the Lakers where they're at? Yo, we gotta move off this in a couple minutes.
I kind of want to drop
Man,
them
drop
lower than
them.
that. The
To me,
Lakers,
me too, Jordan.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I want to
Where
move
do you-
down lower than.
Where do y'all want to move
8.
them to?
11. Move. The Magic are
Outside the
better
top
than the Lakers.
All
The
right.
Magic are better than the Lakers.
Okay.
I'm not with that.
Philly's
Yeah, I
not.
ain't
Philly's
hanging
not
out
better. Philly's
Come
not
on,
better
what
than the
are we doing,
Lakers.
bro?
Philly isn't better than the Lakers.
So we
so-
can
Wait,
move
I
them to
thought.
10
Wait,
then.
Ron. I thought defense matters, Ron.
We can move them to 10. I'm
Defense does
comfortable
matter.
moving.
The
them
best,
to
the,
10.
the best,
Offense
the
matters.
best I can do. The best I can do is flip flop the Lakers and the Celtics. I can't
I
go
said
no
we
further
could
than
put-
that.
We could put the Lakers at like 10. I can't move them out the
No,
top
the
10.
Magic have like the 7th best defense in the league. They can actually.
So-
do
Yes,
something.
but Philly. But what about Philly? You can't put Philly over the Lakers.
Yo, I need propositions right now. If you
I'll
have
give you a proposition.
propose
Ron,
where
the
you would like
lowest
the
I'm going
Lakers
with
to
the
go,
Lakers,
we'll
Ron,
vote
the
on it.
lowest I'm going with the
Ron?
Lakers is 10. That's as far as I'm going.
Why,
I ain't
wait,
going
then
lower.
move.
And
The
I'm
Magic
cool
got to
with
move
10
up for. The Magic are better than Boston or the 76ers though.
Fellas,
Sixers maybe not Boston.
we not debating. Just make a proposition. If
Bro,
it gets
stop.
voted for,
Hey,
we'll rock
yeah,
with it.
Hey, chill. I got a proposition. They are 25th in defense. Their offense is closer to 10 than 3.
Swiper, you are trying to prove
I
a
got
point.
you. I got you.
Just,
No, I'm getting chill on my side. Move them to 11. Chill. They
I'm
they don't do
getting chill on my side,
anything.
buddy.
They don't do anything to say they're a top 10 team.
all right. So what do you want? You want to move them to 11?
11.
All right. Who's all in favor of that?
Jordan, come on, join me. You should just go ahead and
Furthest I go is 10 with them.
That's as far as I'm going.
All right.
That's what I'm
Swiper
saying.
is your
Put them at
money.
10.
Unfortunately,
Like, come on.
unfortunately, it's not happening.
Then. I'm gonna say 10.
All right. Lakers
Yeah,
at 10. Who's with
As
that?
far as I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I'm with 10.
weird. All they got is Luka, and y'all just like, oh wow.
Lakers to 9. Maybe they're not. The Sixers
Yeah,
are better
I'm
than the Lakers.
not
man.
moving. I'm not moving them past 9. You guys don't got to vote for me.
What do they do? What do they have on their team that makes you think?
We got 4. We got 4. Me, Chill, Jordan, and Swiper. Right? for them at 10.
Chill. Are you a favorite moving them to 10?
I'm comfortable moving them to 10. Yes.
Remember when the Lakers beat Philly? Like, why do the Lakers wins always just get like not brought up, and every team gets to flex their wins?
Because it's the same thing as last year that I brought up. You're overperforming based on how good you are, and then you go to the playoff versus the team and you get walked. You're 2-12. You're 2-12 in your last 4 series. Your last 3 series.
We're not even in the playoffs. You talking about some yesterday shit? This is
rank.
crazy. What are you talking about?
Season.
No, Swiper, you always bringing up some shit that don't got nothing to do with nothing.
If we're going off of what
he said the
happened in
76ers
April and
game.
May, then let's just not even.
I'm just saying. I've been right about this for a while. You're 2-12 in your last 3 series. Casual, as I said you would be.
Oh my gosh!
What does that got to do with this?
Stop! I think the Lakers are a first-round exit, but what we're not going to do is act like
they're not better than the Magic. Why are they better than the Magic?
The Lakers are better than the Magic, dog.
Well, no. Tell me why they're better than
dog.
Why they're better than Magic? You know why I'm going to say why they're better than Magic.
Luka?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So wait,
so you're better than the Utah Jazz, right? But the Jazz had you in a dogfight.
Time out. No, we're not going to.
They beat the Jazz. That's a terrible argument.
Swiper, y'all just lost to the Mavericks. Y'all just lost to the Mavericks.
They're finally getting healthy.
This is getting nasty now. This is so.
They're not getting healthy.
He's going to be like,
they don't got Kyrie.
They just lost Anthony playing out of his mind.
Stop. Listen, you're talking about how the Lakers are overperforming relative to the roster. Why the hell do you think they're overperforming? Because they have Luka Doncic
against below 500 teams.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.